It's main event time here on LFG.
And his opponent from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 225 pounds, Apollo Crews.
And what I mean about this main event for this individual is it's an opportunity to remind the world who he is. He is not a stepping stone. He wants to showcase to everyone that he hasn't lost a step, that he won't be overlooked, that he is actually a superhero come to life. That being a former United States champion, a former Intercontinental champion, that being Apollo Crews.
Such an incredible athlete, such a well-rounded athlete. And for Apollo Crews to be sitting in the crowd, take note of Elijah Holyfield, go to Coach Bloom and said, I want to challenge this man in the ring.
And don't you think that's him also challenging himself?
Oh, absolutely. And not only that, but Apollo told me himself, he says, I see so much of myself in Elijah Holyfield. I see so much of a younger version of me, so much fire, so much determination.
Yeah, Apollo Crews, someone I've known for a very long time. And when I say that he's a superhero come to life, it's not just what he can do physically, athletically, inside a squared circle. It's what he brings to the world outside of the ring, the way he's willing to give back and help those that are asking for it, such as his opponent in this matchup. I mean, we've seen Apollo here on LFG. We've seen him around the Performance Center trying to lend some advice. But I also think for Apollo, as I mentioned, he wants to test himself against that next wave, that next generation. And now both these men getting right into each other's face, and you can feel the tension starting to rise.
I love it.
And Holyfield giving his shot now, running right into Crews. Something's got to give. And it's Apollo Crews who's knocked to the outside. Holyfield with a smile on his face.
I'll tell you what. That is a man who has been in the ring with some giants. And the look on his face was like, wow, this kid's got it. That's impressive for not only Elijah Holyfield, but as you see that acknowledgement. And when you're in the ring with a guy who is legitimately, and I mean this in the best way, better than you, you're only going to improve. And that means that the more experience he has in the ring, his comfortableness in the ring, his ring awareness. Ooh.
It's hard to argue with you, Jay, because I've gotten better each week sitting with you.
Oh, stop.
Big back elbow, and it's how Holyfield is rocked. And look at Apollo Crews. And I don't know if you noticed this from Apollo, but he caught that elbow right on the bridge of the nose, and he kind of had like this, almost like shaking the cobwebs free. And Apollo Crews, the smile is off his face, and the smile is off the face of his opponent, because right now, these two are slugging it out, and right into the post goes Holyfield.
I think Apollo Crews just realized he was in a fight. Apollo Crews just realized what he's in there against, so that's Elijah Holyfield, who has just, since coming back from his injuries, just shown so much determination and heart.
Remember the left bicep injury that sidelined Holyfield for so long, and look at Apollo Crews going right at it. I don't want to say necessarily he wants to make an example out of Holyfield, but Apollo into the cover hook of the leg and a quick kick out.
Well, I think if anything, Apollo would want this situation to be a victorious one, obviously. But at the same time, if Elijah Holyfield can be that much more better from that experience, I think it's a win-win for everybody. Ooh. But right now, he's just taking it, showing no mercy.
And I'm just looking up, and I'm just seeing Apollo, and for someone that you've also known for a long time, whether it's been on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, what we've seen inside the Performance Center here on LFG, this seems like a little bit of a different vibe coming from Apollo Crews. And I don't necessarily know why, because now it's Holyfield who's starting to throw some rights and try to break the body down as Apollo fighting right back. But Apollo Crews trying to hoist up Holyfield, belly to back suplex.
I think that vibe is coming from one man, and that's KO, Kevin Owens. We saw so much advice getting into this matchup. You know, KO certainly has a perspective like none other. I mean, he's been to the mountaintop before. He's been to that level.
Apollo Crews, someone who we use in the past, has seen him use his strength, but also his athleticism, the standing moonsaults going to the top rope. He has not left his feet in this match. It's almost as if Holyfield has made Apollo change his game here tonight.
Keeping it fresh, keeping him on his toes, and that's certainly one way that Apollo Crews can learn even something from an athlete like Elijah Holyfield. Bring something different to the table. Who else is like Elijah Holyfield out there?
There aren't many, and look at Holyfield now. The look on his face, and you don't want to let him start throwing rights. Oh!
Wow!
Telling the official, Apollo from behind into the cover, and Apollo beats Holyfield.
Here is your winner, Apollo Crews!
Apollo Crews, in the closing minutes of that matchup, rolled to the outside. I thought maybe to catch his breath, but right here, it's almost as if he suckered in Holyfield. Look where he leaned. He went right up against that post and moved at the perfect time. And you gotta wonder how much damage done to the hand. Apollo sensing it, rolls in, and then picks up the victory.
Big win for Apollo, and certainly taking advantage, I dare say, the inexperience perhaps of Elijah Holyfield, who will come back to learn and fight another day here on LFG.